Hello, and welcome to another edition of Sports Card ASMR. I'm the Sports Card Doctor, and I'm very happy that you are here with us today on the channel that combines sports card nostalgia and ASMR relaxation. I'm very happy that you're here. So happy. In fact, I'm offering you this deal. Subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. We call those likes, and help this channel continue to slowly grow. We are here for a price guide episode. We have a series that we do here where we price cards and we pretend to try to make our money back on our investment, because pretend money's all we have these days. But this one is going to be a little different. I haven't tried one like this before. It's kind of a sequel. Last time out, we used this baseball card price guide, the Beckett baseball card monthly from July 1991. Roger Clemens on the cover. Brooke Robinson from the Orioles on the back. We're going back to this one. We've never done this before. We've gone back to some Becketts every once in a while, once by accident. But I'm going to do kind of a sequel, because last time out, and you can check the video out here, we opened up a box of 1991 Donruss Series 1. We have a box of 1992 Donruss Series 2, sent to us by our good friend Ranger Donald. There's an address down below in which you can send us things to open. So I figured we would do this again. I wanted to go back to the well to see if we could make some money here. I also love the Series 2 set. I love the 1991 Donruss set overall. A very 90s design, but I always liked the green border Series 2 card, so that's what we'll do. How about that? Okay. So we'll do some page flipping here. We'll change things up a bit. We're changing things up. You know, a lot of times I like doing soft-spoken ASMR. Lately I've been going a little lower with some whisper-adjacent ASMR. We've got to change it up around these parts. You've got to change it up, okay? So let's do that. But let us first open up this box of cards here, okay? Factory sealed for our protection. There we go. Okay, let's see what we got here. Love that, the light looks like a mint green. Almost looks like we're opening up packs of gum. Like gum that's not from baseball cards. I don't know about you, but even after all these years, seeing a box of cards and all the packs, that's just it brings back the joy I had of collecting in the late 80s and early 90s. If you were lucky enough to save up your allowance and get a box of cards, especially from like a set like Donruss, you know, considered a little upper echelon at the time, for a middle-class suburban kid like me. This is the world of possibilities. The packs of cards here takes me back. True sports card nostalgia today. Okay. We'll pick a pack of cards here in a second. First, go back through this Beckett. Like I said, we just did this one. I haven't really done this before, but let's just do some page flipping. As always, if you were in Atlanta, Georgia, July 5th through 7th, 1991 at the Baseball Card Show at the Outlet Mall in Pleasant Hill Road, comment down below. We're going to find you. We're going to find some people one day. Critics had their say. Now it's your turn to pick 1991's best sets. Donruss, Flair, Score, Tops, Upper Deck. Vote. You vote. Well, let's pick a pack of cards here. Let's get right to it. Where do we want to go? I'm feeling this here. I don't know why. This one feels like the winner, okay? Just trust me. Okay. I think we'll be opening up a lot of 91 Donruss here on the channel. Big thunk there. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. The puzzle this year was Willie Stargell. I kept the puzzle from last week. I kept the pieces there. It was the Stargell face. So we'll hold on to this puzzle. Maybe we'll build the Willie Stargell puzzle. Here we go, 1991 Donruss Series 2. The back is matching there, but the front we got a different kind of green. All right. Okay, let's see what's in the pack here. For those of you who might be watching these price guide videos here for the first time, I'm going to go through this. I'm going to pick about 5 or 6 cards out. We're going to set them aside. And those cards we're going to price to see if we get the dollar on our pack back. I'll also give you the overview price that I think this might be as a pack. First card up is a highlight card. I used to love the Donruss highlights cards. I don't know why. This is about Andy Hawkins and his 8-inning no-hit loss to the White Sox, which I think later on they rescinded. They took that back and said it wasn't a no-hitter. You had to go 9. There we go. So there you go. Yep. That was the story of my Yankees in 1990. All right. Andy Hawkins, highlight card. Matt Young, lefty for the Mariners. Vince Coleman, oh, I like that. Neil Heaton, we of course all remember, threw a screw knuckle change and had kind of a comeback there. Roy Smith. Ricky Jordan, that's an interesting pull right here. Great P.J. Surhoff card when he was a catcher. Hojo, Howard Johnson. Jim Eisenreich overcame Tourette's to return back to the Bigs. Mark Gardner, kind of a prospect, though here's a rated rookie with Brian Barnes. Hall of Famer Jack Morris. Jay Howe, check that glove. Candy Maldonado. Glenn Davis. Baltimore Oriole fans are excited to see that. And Dave Parker right here, an MVP player for the Brewers here towards the end of his career here. What an impressive career. I loved Dave Parker's 1991 season. He had a big run in Oakland in 88 and 89 after leaving Cincinnati. Kind of helped put the A's on the Bash Brother map there. He was the veteran presence. Goes to Milwaukee. Great season. 21 home runs, 92 RBIs, 289 average as he built his now Hall of Fame resume. He'd go to the Blue Jays, I think, before he retired there. I love Dave Parker. Dave Parker's one of my favorite players. Alright, so this is not the greatest pack here of cards. Unfortunately. No Ken Griffey Jr.'s. No on the cover of the box here we got a Dave Justice. That would have been nice. Nothing here that is a surefire pick here, but we have some... Oh, that box is heavy. We do have some interesting choices to make here because I think I'll possibly price that card. Possibly price Glenn Davis. I think we're going to price Jack Morris. I think we should price Brian Barnes. But Mark Gardner, was kind of... Well, he's no longer a rookie. It's possible we price him. Eisenreich I like. But good story, but not a good price. Alright, so we have some possibilities. Vince Coleman, though the star had faded. That's not going to be worth too much there. Neil Heaton was interesting because coming up, you had Cleveland, Minnesota, Expos. 13 wins for the Expos in 1987. 89 goes to the Pirates, kind of pitching out of the bullpen a little bit there, a little start, 6-7. But 1990, he had a breakthrough season. They even describe it here as a breakthrough season. He started throwing what I remember it was called the screw knuckle change. And he went 12-9, 3.45. I do believe he made the All-Star team. He was quite the story in 1990 as the Pirates started to move into the postseason. The early 90s Pirates teams were full of great players and good stories. Tim Wakefield, of course, beginning there as well. But, unfortunately, I will assume that Neil Heaton card is not going to be worth a ton. Alright, so this is too many here. We need to cut down our list here. Vince Coleman, I think we'll price Vince by, I think by 1991, Vince was back to maybe being a common, even though he had led the league in stolen bases. Alright, but he hadn't signed with the Mets yet, so that's when things took a downward turn. Coleman. Ricky Jordan is a his 1990 season wasn't great. So there's a chance that the price will be a little bit lower as opposed to if this was a 1989 Donruss. But I'm going to still give it a try. I do love B.J. Surhoff. Before we go to the Orioles as like a third baseman, outfielder type, he was a catcher with Milwaukee. I don't think that's going to be worth as much. Howard Johnson, he is one of the Mets stars at this point. I think there's a chance that Howard Michael Johnson will be worth something. Alright, so as much as I love Dave Parker, and this is Hall of Famer, I just think the MVP card of Dave Parker in 1991 not going to be worth that much. So we have, we're going to price Jack Morris, Hall of Famer. He'd be pitching in Minnesota this season, so this is an outdated card. We'll see. I still think he might be a common. Glenn Davis might be a common too. Slugger, big trade to the Orioles that would start the careers of a lot of players going to Houston. Schilling, who were the other players that went over in that big deal? Steve Finley, did he go over too? Alright. Alright, so here's the thing. Gardner in 1989 coming up was a big prospect for the Expos. Higher on the prospect list in some people's minds than that lanky left-hander Randy Johnson. But by 1990, I think Gardner was out as a prospect. Alright, so that leaves Brian Barnes. We are going with a 1991 price here, so. Yep. Alright, I'm going to start big. Let's do it. I don't know if this pack is going to be worth much here. Even going back to 1991 prices. What do you all think? Comment down below at this point in the video. I'll trust you. Timestamp it if you want. Do you think this pack's going to be worth $1? Forget the overall price. Just can we get there at all? Alright, 91 Donruss too. Alright, there's some good cards to get in this pack, in this set, but none of us here today. Alright, we got the calculator, which as some of you have seen, doesn't always guarantee that I get the numbers right, because my brain sometimes gets a little scattered. Alright, let's write this down. Overall, look at those. I gotta tell you, I'm still going low end here. I think this pack is going to be worth $1.11. That's the overall. Okay. But let's see what these cards are worth now. Alright, first up is Brian Barnes. Brian Barnes, Montreal Expo. Left-handed starter. Big 1990 call-up. 4 games, 1-1. 2.89 ERA. They thought with people like Gardner, Barnes, Randy Johnson had already been traded, but they thought maybe they had a future here. Okay. Number 415 in the set. There he is. Rookie card, Brian Barnes. 12 cents. Not bad at all. Not a bad start. Okay. There we go. Brian Barnes. Ricky Jordan, I think there's a good chance he's a common by now, I'll tell you that much. But if you had pulled this card in 88 and 89, maybe a different story. 466. And yeah, common. Okay. Alright, can we get $1 back? It's not 1985, so what are we going to do with a Vince Coleman? 487. Oh, he is listed. 8 cents. 8 cents, okay. Okay. 25 cents. Do we have 75 cents left in this superstar collection here? I do not think we do. Howard Johnson, 454. Hojo is listed, 8 cents. I'm telling you, my $1.11 prediction, probably not the best. Let's go to Glenn Davis, 474. We're getting the 400s here a lot today. Frank Thomas, rookie, or Frank Thomas dollar. Glenn Davis, 8 cents. 8 cents for Glenn Davis. For Glenn Earl Davis. Okay. Well, folks, it's not looking good. I don't think Jack Morris is going to be over a 10-cent card. And it's going to be hard to pull $1 today. Alright, let's take a look. 492. We're in the 400s. This guy's a Hall of Famer. And he's a common. Wow. Wow. Flabbergasted. So flabbergasted. I'm doing a bad Owen Wilson. Wow. 46 cents for these superstars. Well, let's check the comments here. Maybe we'll get some surprises. Candy Maldonado, 480. That is a common. J. Howe, that's a common. Jim Eisenreich, 448. This entire pack stuck in the 400s, and that's a common. Roy Smith, 470. That's a common. I don't think I've ever seen a pack of cards be all this tight in one section. 493. Common. Alright, the highlights card's got to be in a different number set here. BC12. BC12 is a common, but that's a 6-cent common. Neil Heaton, 475, common. BJ Surhoff, 460, and the common. Alright, this MVP, Dave Parker. Alright, 8 cents. Wouldn't have changed things. But there we go. And finally, Mark Gardner, 443. The future used to be bright, but now you're a common. Okay, well, there we go. Let's do some addition here. We got 10. This is where I mess up. 10, 10, 10. Let's do plus 06, plus 08. Plus 10, plus 10, plus 10, plus 10, $1. The entire pack was $1. Wow, I don't think we've we've ever had that. My 111, not too far off. Well, we didn't make any money today, but we did find a little bit of adventures in the 400 section of Donruss Series 2. Alright, well, slightly disappointing, but I hope it was fun, and more importantly, relaxing. Again, do me a favor, leave a comment down below, like this video, tell your friends about the ASMR and sports card nostalgia we enjoy here on Sports Card ASMR.